Hi guys, my name is Oleg and today I'm going to show you how you can sign up for Robinhood and how you can use it to buy stocks. If you're a beginner, I would probably say it's the easiest way to start. It's available as a web app for your browser and your computer, but I would say that the easiest way to use it is as a mobile app. And if you already know how to use TikTok or Instagram, then you should have no problem. So let's get to it. Alright, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to install the Robinhood app on our phone. If you're on Android, then go to Google Play Store. If you're on iOS, go to App Store, and we're gonna search for Robinhood. Once we see the app that has this dark green icon with the light green feather, I guess that's what it is, then we know it's the right app and we're gonna click install. Now before we continue, I just wanted to let you know that right now there's a promotion going on with Robinhood, and when you sign up, you get a free stock. But if you want to help out my channel, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below. It's going to be a referral link, and when you click on it, it's going to take you to either a browser or your mobile app. And when you use it, both you and I are going to get a free stock that can be valued between $5 and $200. And it's up to you, but I just wanted to let you know that if you don't use my link, then I won't be able to buy my cat her kitty food. No, I'm just kidding. It's totally up to you. You can do whatever you want. Whatever is easier for you, just do that. Either way, you're going to get a free stock. But the chances of you getting $200 worth of stock are significantly slimmer than getting a $5 stock. So normally for me, whenever I sign up for somebody else or I sign up for myself, I would get just about $5 or around that number. But you might be lucky and you might get $200. But either way, it's free, so why not? So with that said, let's get back to the sign up process. And at this point, we can claim our free stock. So we're gonna hit get free stock. And we're gonna create your login. And the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna enter your email address. So let's go ahead and do that. Once we entered the address, we're gonna click continue. And it's gonna ask you to create your password. So create something that's going to be very secure because we're talking about your financial information here. So it's best to have uppercase and lowercase letters as well as numbers and some special characters. When we're done, we're going to click continue. And now it's going to ask you for your legal name. So you're going to enter your first and last name according to your driver's license or ID if you have an ID. And after we're done, we're going to click continue. And on the next screen, is going to ask you to verify your identity. So we're going to hit continue. And here we're going to enter our phone number and we're going to click continue. On the next screen is going to ask you to verify your phone number. So there are two options, by text and by call. I usually do by text, so let's do that. And when you enter the code, you're going to click continue. And now it says that your phone number has been verified. On this screen, you're going to click continue. And on the next one, we're going to enter the date of birth. So let's go ahead and do that. After we're done, we're going to click continue. Allowed to access location. Yeah, sure. On the next screen, we're going to enter our residential address. So let's go ahead and do that. And after we're done, we're going to click continue. On the next screen is going to ask you about your citizenship. So choose your citizenship. And then it's going to ask you to verify your identity. So of course it's secure. So Robinhood claims, but for the most part, yeah, it is secure. It's used by millions of people, so you should be good. So on this screen, we're going to click continue. And on this screen, we're going to enter the social security number. So let's go ahead and do that. And when we're done, we're going to click continue. Next is going to ask you a few questions about investing, and you can answer it to the best that you can, or you can just totally skip it and just select none for everything. But for the most part, it's not important. Just answer to as best as you can. Since I selected employed, it's going to ask you about your employer name. So let's go ahead and enter our employer name. Then we're going to choose our occupation. So let's go ahead and do that. And on the next screen, we're going to choose the industry. So let's go ahead and do that as well. And by the way, I think all of this info is just for them to do some statistics. So it's not going to affect how your app is going to look or what features you're going to have. So just select the best that you can. Then it's going to ask you if you or your family member is a senior executive or have 10% shares at a publicly traded company? So we don't, so we're gonna select no. Do you or any of your dependents work for a stock exchange or brokerage? I'm gonna select no, because we don't, but if you do, you should select yes. And then the next screen is going to take you to review your agreement, so we're going to click continue. And then you're just going to certify that you provided the correct social security number and you're not a subject to backup withholding, so that you're a US citizen or a permanent resident, and yada yada yada. So let's just go ahead, and it's already pre-checked, so we click accept. And on the next screen we're going to see the brokerage application agreement. So there's going to be a bunch of forms, and you should probably go through this, but I already did, so I'm just going to click review. Then once you're done, you're going to click submit application. Your application is submitted. Now it's going to ask you to fund your account. So you're going to link your bank account, your checking account that you can use to transfer money into your Robinhood account. So we're going to click continue, and we're going to click link my account. And Robinhood uses Play to connect the accounts, and it's pretty fast. You're just going to provide your username and password to your bank account, and it's going to pull all the accounts that you have, and you can choose which one you want to connect with your Robinhood account. So it's going to be pretty simple. So let's go ahead and click continue, and here you can search for your bank. So I already see our bank, so I'm going to click Federal, and over here it's going to ask you to enter username and password to your bank account. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's going to ask you to verify your identity. Let's do text. Click continue, and you should have received the code. So let's enter the code, and success. So let's click continue. Now it's going to ask you how you would like to fund your Robinhood accounts. So you can link either of these accounts that you have. I'm just going to select one, and it's going to ask you to transfer some money. So let's transfer $10. Yeah, and it's just notifying you that this is a one-time transfer and it will be available immediately for trading. So we're going to click submit deposit. And now that we got the ACH deposit set up, please make sure that you have enough money in your account before the deposit clears. And it normally takes 4 to 5 business days. So make sure you have enough so you don't go into overdraft and then pay unnecessary fees. And ACH is completely free. That's why it's taking so long. But hey, it's free. So let's go back. And whenever you make any transfer, you would have $1,000 available immediately if it's above $1,000. But the limit is $1,000, so you're gonna have the rest after 4 or 5 days when the ACH transaction clears. So let's click done, and it's gonna ask you to log in, so let me do that. Now on the next screen is gonna ask you to set up a deposit schedule, but I'm not gonna do that, so you can just skip that. And you can invite friends, and each one of you is gonna get a free stock. Just gonna click past, and bonus stock, the one that we signed up for. So I'm just gonna click claim, and as you can see, we got a $5.71 worth of stock. So I'm gonna click claim stock, and you can choose a fraction a share from any of these companies. So let's go ahead, and I'm just gonna say Apple, and I'm gonna claim $5.71 worth of Apple shares, or in shares it's gonna be 0.034325 shares. So it's a fraction of the Apple share, because the Apple share price at the moment is around 166 to get a full share, so we're getting a fraction of it. So when you do that, you just have to swipe to claim, and congratulations, now you own your piece of Apple on Robinhood. After that, you click done, and it's just notifying you that if you want more free stocks, you can share your referral link, and each of you is gonna get a free stock. I'm gonna click no right now. I'm gonna go back, and as you can see, thanks for joining Robinhood. Explore Robinhood. And that was it. The sign up was pretty easy. If you ask me, it just took a little bit of time. You just need to have all your information ready to sign up, such as social security number and maybe your driver's license, just to input your legal name correctly. Now that we've signed up, let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you how you can use the app, how you can navigate through the app, and how you can use it to buy your first stock. So let's go. Okay, now let's talk about the Robinhood. So the way it looks, the first thing that you can see is your total dollar amount over here under investing. So that includes all your share prices, all your stocks at the moment at the current market price, and it also includes all the cash that you have on the account. Like in our case, we have
buying power $10, that's the $10 deposit. So $15.71 is the $10 deposit and $5.71 worth of fraction of the Apple share. Now if you scroll, you can see we have our stocks. Any stocks that you buy are gonna be under this block that is called stocks. As you can see, we have Apple, and then we have watch lists. So we already have a list generated for us, but you can set up your own list and add as many stocks as you want, and so you can track all the stocks in your portfolio or potential stocks in your portfolio. And then we have cryptos to watch. This is also another list that is already created for you, and it has Bitcoin in it. And as you can see, you can create a new list. So it's pretty easy to navigate. If you click on the next tab, there is a cash management. As you can see, you can set up a cash management account that earns 0.30% APY, and it's FDIC insured up to $250,000 per bank. And the next tab is Browse tab, where you can search for any company. Let's say I want to search for Amazon. Oops. Amazon! Stop! Right, that was a bad example because my Alexa is coming up. So let me search for Alphabet, which is Google. And we have different options. Alphabet class A. Let's just check Alphabet class A. And as you can see, it shows you the current market price, change today, change after hours. We have 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, and 5 years worth of history, market price history. So as you can see, we have 5 years, and we can kind of slide through and see the market price at any given time, which is nice. And we also have the candle view if we want to see that. Then next, it gives you some info about the company that you can read. It gives you some general info like the CEO, how many employees, when it was founded, where's the headquarters. And then we have some statistics for the stock price, what's the trading volume, what's the market cap, price to earnings ratio, and 52-week highs and 52-week lows. And then we have a bunch of industry news that we can tap into and read. And we have analyst rating. I usually don't follow that, but in case, there is always a way to look at the analyst rating. Then we can see Q1 earnings, or any whatever quarter you are in. You can see the earnings and how it's been changing over time. A little bit lower, we have a view of what people also own. People that own this Google Alphabet A type stock, what other stocks they own as well. So you can scroll through it and look at the type of stocks that people have in their portfolio, along with the Google type A stock. And then if you want to buy, you're just going to click buy. You can enter the dollar amount. Let's say I want to buy $50, but I only have 10. So let's do 5. When you hit review, you're just going to review it, and if you're ready to buy, you're going to swipe up to submit, which I'm not going to do, so I'm going to go back. And at this point, you're going to be buying the Google stock at the current market price. If you tap right here, you can select market orders. This is what we had, the market order at the market price. So you can buy in dollars or you can buy in shares, and then if you click in shares, you're just going to enter the number of shares, and it's going to show you the total market price for this number of shares and what is the market price per share currently. So if I wanted to buy 5 Google shares, one share would cost me $2,685 at the market price, and the total cost for 5 shares would be $13,425. And then there are conditional orders, which I rarely use. Mainly I can use the limit order, because when you buy at the market price, the price can fluctuate a little bit over time when the order is executed, so it might change a little bit. But if you don't want it to go over a certain price, you can just do limit order, and it's going to show you that set the limit price or the maximum price which you're willing to buy at Google. Your order will only be executed at your limit price or lower. So in other words, if the price is going to go up at any certain moment, it's not going to execute your order. It's going to pause it until the price goes below the limit price that you set. So click continue. And let's say that the market price is $2,685. And I want to buy, let's say, at $2,680. Then I can set that price. As you can see, there are two options. So your order can execute during your market hours only or extended hours. I usually select market hours only, and then I'm going to click continue. And then it's going to offer you to set time in force. In other words, it's going to put your order in the queue, and it's going to be valid only until 3 p.m. tomorrow, till closure, or you can put it up to 90 days till June 1st, 2022. So this is up to you. You can select either one. On the next tab, we have messages from Robinhood, and the next tab is your account info, where you can kind of see your portfolio, what's the percentage of stocks, ETFs, options, or crypto. And you can see kind of more detailed breakdown by the industry down below. And then we have earn rewards, and when we click on that, it's going to take you to that same spot where you can use your link to share with your friends, and when they sign up, both of you get a free stock.
And that was it for this video. I hope you were able to sign up successfully and had no issues with the sign up process, and I hope you're ready to buy your first stock. So just go ahead, pick a stock or pick an index fund if you don't know what to pick, and buy into index fund and start your investing journey. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up to help YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel down below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.